3 minutes to solve that model. Not too bad. One thing that I just noticed within the print here is this call out that either solution works. So what this tells me is that I can either make this outer face revolved, which is what I didn't do, or I can do the simpler option of revolving this main central spherical cylindrical section and conical section, and then add in these as just little boss extrudes. So if I needed to actually go back in and do this right solution really quickly, one way that we could do that is if we go back before our circular pattern, we can do a insert delete face, which I have on my S key here. I can pick these 3 faces here, and what that does is that cleans that up, so we can hit right click. Now we have that cylindrical face, which better matches the print here. So if that's something that we wanted to do, we can. The important thing that's called out is just the distance between these 2 faces, and then again if we roll forward, we can have that delete face be also part of our features that we pattern around. So we can do it that way. Again, our mass properties end up being within 1 gram, so we have that tolerance to work with if we needed to. Let's see here, it doesn't look like I wanted to pattern that. Maybe I need to do a geometry pattern. Let's do that. There we go. Mass properties, again, just lowered by 0.02 grams, so not that big of a deal. Even if we didn't notice that in the print, again, it's small enough that it doesn't matter too much, but that's how you would solve that in that case. Otherwise, this print was fairly straightforward. Pretty simple revolve and a cut extrude. The thing with the revolve, this is something that I picked up from one of the other practice models I did, is I really like over extruding here when I have a hexagonal base and otherwise revolved feature, or it doesn't have to be hexagonal, it just has to be something from the top view or from another view that we're cutting away. Just over extruding, making too much material, and then subtractively taking away everything here. The handy feature here is the cut extrude flip side to cut checkbox. This way it doesn't cut the inside of the material or of the sketch profile, it cuts everything on the outside of it, which is again really handy in cases like this where we have this big flange or base on the bottom of something that is otherwise revolved. So that's really handy there. Then again, just mid-plane extruding a couple of ribs. If you notice there, I had a couple of issues with the relations, just making sure that you pick up on the right relations. I didn't have to make this coincident to the origin, just needed to make it coincident to the top. Otherwise, we should be all set, and then making sure that I picked up the right dimension so it didn't give me a rebuild error. Overall, pretty straightforward part, pretty simple to solve at the end of the day, but I think we can do a little bit better just by making sure we have our right constraints on this sketch. So I don't think we'll shave too much, but let's give this another go.